Hi everyone, it's me, Little Bird. I had to gain my composure. I am very grateful to Creator for saving my life many times over. When we are surrounded by darkness, we can't see good things in ourselves. We can't see the good things that other people are doing for us. We can't see the good things that people have done for us. We can't taste anything good. We want to have sweet. We don't want to drink water. We don't want to have enough rest. We want to stay up all night and we are locked in our thoughts. When I was 5 years old, I had been sexually abused. I had oral sex performed on me. And I had been raped, penetrated by 2 different men. When I was 8 years old, I had been fondled by teens and sexually abused again by a cousin. When I was 12, I had been sexually abused again and misled. I was told that in order for somebody to love you, a man to love you and marry you, you had to do certain things for him. You had to let him do whatever he wanted. You had to kiss him right. You had to hold him right. You had to pull on him properly. You had to speak his name, call his name, stuff like that. And when guys looked at you with this certain look in their eye, it meant that they loved you. But it didn't mean that they loved you. It meant that they lusted after you. So I had all these experiences, and then I was told that the reason why my menstruation wasn't normal like everybody else's, why I didn't get my menstruation once a month, but every week, or twice a month sometimes, was because because of my biology. And no matter what the doctors did, I was never going to have kids. Because in order for you to have kids, you have to have a proper menstrual cycle, a moon cycle. Then I started telling myself that all those things that I allowed happen to me, but I'm not speaking to me like this, how I'm speaking to you. These thoughts are coming in as, Betsy, you allowed those guys to do that to you. God's not going to give you a baby. He's not going to make you a mother. You're not going to become a wife because you're a dirty girl. You allowed these things to happen to you. That's how my thoughts came. Didn't that feel good? When he went and touched you down there, didn't that feel good? Touch yourself. Remember how it felt. Remember what he did that made you feel like that. You know, you can go further. You can have that baby. I'll teach you how. These are those thoughts that are coming in my mind. God, he sends us angels. And their angels are not what they are pictured like. They're like this, like us. They come in the form of friends and family and strangers. God reaches out to them through spirit. When I was 14 and I had my first suicidal attempt because of these thoughts that kept appearing every once in a while. You know, when they appeared when I was 12, they came back when I was 14. And this time they came back more intensely. And I listened to them, telling me that nobody liked me. I wasn't lovable. Nobody loved me. No man would ever fall in love with you, Betsy, because no man wants to be with a dirty girl. God's not going to give you a child. You did this to yourself. You chose to let these men do this to you. You broke up that friendship. You did this and you did that. Betsy, Betsy, Betsy. It could all go away. Do you like this hurt? The answer, no. Doesn't this feel good? No. Do you want to make it go away? Do you want to make your suffering go away? I said, yes. I do. I want this all to stop. Only you can stop it. And I said, how do I stop feeling hurt? I'll teach you. And I was told to go to the medicine cabinet in the bathroom and take all the pills that I seen in there. All the pills that I seen in there were only Tylenol, but they're large bottles because my mom was in so much pain at that time. You see, when I was 12, she had this rheumatoid arthritis attack. And she always had to make sure that she had her Tylenol because those pills that she was receiving for her pain weren't always, they didn't last the whole time that she was in pain. So that one morning I woke up and I was told, today's the day. Go and take those medicines. So I did. I went to the medicine cabinet and I grabbed handful after handful and just gulped them down with water. And then I went to go and lay down on my bed and I said, no, walk to school. You got to show those people what they did to you. Because I was going through a lot of racism. You got to show them. Walk to school and just, it'll happen right when you get to school. You'll die in front of everybody. And then they'll hurt because of what you did, what they did to you. So I started going to school. I started walking out the door, and God placed an angel in my path through my uncle Philip. My Uncle Philip was visiting, and didn't know if he was leaving that day or the next day. So he didn't want me to leave without giving him a hug. And I walked out the door. My uncle came to the door and he yelled at me to stop. So I stopped. And he told me to turn around, and he wanted to see my eyes. Because there was something different about my eyes. So I turned around, and he yelled for my mom to get the car keys that they had to take me to the hospital to go get my stomach pumped. You see, I listened to all of those thoughts, and when I was trying to explain the ways that I was feeling and thinking to doctors, my words just wouldn't come out to explain what it was that I was going through. Because not only was I going through this one thing, it was like layer after layer after layer after layer of stuff that I had to deal with. But I was still thinking about that first thing. Today my head is completely clear, and I can look back through all of my experiences, and Creator helped me tie all of them together and group them into all those cycles, all those patterns. And then showed me that all of these things that happened in my life that I couldn't understand were all curses that were being used against me. And those experiences that hurt me, they were meant to hurt me, to darken my spirit. Because when my spirit light goes dim, I'm surrounded by darkness. And I can hear those whispers talking to me in second and third person. Creator saved my life that day. And I got a talking to by the doctor. And the doctor even tried to ask me what it was that I was experiencing. And I didn't know what to tell him. I didn't know what I was experiencing. I was young. I was innocent. But I had my innocence stolen from me and then thrown in my face. And it hurt. All those things that had happened to me that I had already lived through kept getting thrown in my face to hurt me, to darken my spirit, so that these curses would work against me. "5 years old, 8 years old, 12 years old, 14 years old.